Hi friends, let us go to the next lesson, Rice. It is written by Chammanam Chakko, a Malayali poet, and this poem is there full of greenish background, right? Green color is there everywhere in this poem. You know why? Because this is about Kerala. Wherever you go, wherever you look into the heart of Kerala, it has got green color, right? And the poet himself is a Pakka Malayali, right? And the translator, Ayyappa Panikar, he is an English professor, and only he can translate this poem into English because that Malayali touch should be maintained throughout the poem. And this poem is a satire. You know what's satire, right? A satire on the changing lifestyle of Malayalis. The greenish backdrop of Kerala and all kind of agriculture is disappearing from the soil of Kerala, and that pain is shared by the poet to us, and he is a bit concerned about the future of Kerala because we don't make anything in here, but everything we import from other states, and we are becoming mere consumers. Only those people to eat, to use. We don't produce anything here. Okay? It is terrible. It is disastrous. And this idea is beautifully conveyed by this poem. Let us go to the poem. Rice. Okay. The master satirist Chammanam Chakko, with a tincture of humor, laughs at the hypocrisy and consumerism of Maloos in his simple poem Rice. And the master satirist, who is a satirist, a person, a poet, a literary figure who ridicules, who mocks at the wrong tendencies of the society. And he is trying to correct the mindset of Malayalis. Okay, we have to produce something here. Otherwise, in the near coming future, inside the large houses, we will be starving. Okay, and the poet is reminding us of that grave situation in the future. Okay, the master satirist Chammanam Chakko, with a tincture of humor, with a touch of humor, laughs at the hypocrisy, and he is laughing at, he is mocking at the hypocrisy and consumerism of Mallus in his simple poem. It's a simple poem. It's easy to digest. Rice. The name of the poem is Rice Nellu. And he portrays, picturizes the vanishing world, disappearing world of indigenous agriculture. The culture that is purely ours, that is called indigenous agriculture. And this agriculture is vanishing. That greenish background of Kerala is gone, right? And very recently, and there are some people who take interest in farming, and in my area and village, and paddy cultivation is booming slowly. Okay, and only with this realization that government and people came back to those culture. Okay, we are getting all the more materialistic. We people, Keralites, are becoming more self-centered, selfish, materialistic, and anything lucrative is embraced wholeheartedly. Anything profitable, lucrative means profitable, is embraced, received, accepted with full heart. Paddy fields are leveled and replaced by huge concrete buildings. Our paddy fields are leveled up. And these paddy fields are replaced by huge concrete buildings and flats, large shopping malls, and express highways choked with traffic. And these express highways are choked with traffic, and these shopping malls are crowded, and concrete buildings are mushrooming day by day, right? In the coming future, we are going to perish. In the coming future, it is a grave threat, very serious menace to the future of Kerala, because in the future, in the coming near future, we are going to perish. Perish means die. Why? You know why? For nothing would be there to eat except the debris of our e-culture. You don't produce anything here. I told you, we take everything from Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, etc. We don't have anything to eat in the future except the debris, the waste of our e-culture. Okay, a mouse you can eat later, or a marble piece you may have to eat in your future. You know why? Because eatables we don't produce. The poem evokes nostalgic memories of village life, and the poet longs for a sumptuous meal of adhikira rice when he returns home after his thesis in making toys from husk. All these points you know. The poet has gone to Delhi or South India to have his PhD in making toys with husk. Okay, and the poem begins like that, and the poet actually is satirizing the tendency of PhD, the low quality subjects taken for PhD, and there is such a satiric element also there in the first line. You know why he has taken this PhD, the subject for PhD? Because husks, it is easily available in Kerala, because paddy fields are there everywhere before he goes to Delhi for his higher studies. And there is a beautiful greenish picture he created and retained in his mind. And he is coming back from Delhi to his village. What are all the changes he is witnessing? And it is shocking. A sumptuous meal of adhikira rice he wants to have after coming back from Delhi after his PhD. And these are all his dreams when he is back home. And he is sitting in the train, and he dreams of having this full meal of adhikira rice when returns home after his thesis in making toys from husk that we have already learned. Right. A live contrast between expectations and reality leaves him dejected, and yearning of a young scholar for family warmth and home-cooked food goes in vain. And there is a live contrast between expectations and reality. And what he expected when he comes back into his village is just the opposite of what he actually saw himself in reality. And that sight leaves him disappointed, dejected. And his yearning means intense desire of a young scholar. And he's a young scholar, wants to have family warmth and home cooked food. Everything goes in vain, right? And when he came back home, all the scenes and sights that he had dreamed of when he was traveling in the train, everything disappeared, and there is a stark reality in front of him. All his beautiful reminiscences he recollected about home and paddy culture disappear as a mere daydream. And those beautiful pieces of memories that he had recollected, reunited about his past, about his village, that beautiful stretches of paddy fields, and all those sweet memories that he carried in his mind about home and his paddy culture and its village nature, everything disappeared as a mere daydream when he came back home. Okay.